9/11, I remember that day pretty well. I just went on patrol, road patrol. I'm a military policeman, and we were doing routine patrols around the Fort Carson at that time. And I remember going up to one of the buildings, one of the orderly rooms, and a soldier walking out and telling me an airplane had just hit the Twin Towers, one of the Twin Towers. My initial thoughts were somebody had messed up or something like that had happened, a mistake on by a pilot or something to that effect. But as I went into the orderly room and I saw the news on TV, 2 more planes had impacted at that time, and at that point in time I kind of had a surreal feeling, like felt that we were under attack at that time. And immediately after that last plane had struck the building, the radio had went haywire, a lot of chaos over the net, and we all kind of sprung into action, started shutting down the installation, and it pretty much changed our lives from that day forward. I was definitely inspired to stay in the military. The feelings I had initially, feelings of rage that somebody would be bold enough to do that and attack our country like that, and kind of gave me a little bit of a feeling of insecurity initially, and I definitely wanted to do something about that, and that's why I'm here today. It's definitely not for the money, anything like that. It's about pride and being proud to be a soldier, serve our country.
I distinctly remember being in the 7th grade. I was in a computer class, and I remember a whole lot of kids were being taken out of school. It felt like a regular day. It was also that lingering feeling that something was really on that we weren't aware of. People talking in the hallways and teachers talking. We find out, about the terrorist attacks. It scared us in a sense. It scared me in a sense that something that big could happen to America, us Americans, that we were vulnerable. It didn't deter me from coming into the military or how I felt about the military. When I was in high school, I joined ROTC, which ultimately led to my decision to join the military. But the attacks on September 11th made me want to join the military more, in the sense that I could, I was more proud to serve my country for that same reason and protect us Americans.
When it happened, I was in Fort Carson, Colorado, and I just finished doing PT, and I was going home to change and heard it on the radio. I just didn't understand what was happening on the radio, so I just hurried home and turned on our little TV to a news channel, and was just like, no way, it was like, what is this, And then I woke up my wife, and then she was like, what's going on? And I was like, I don't know why, but I was like, oh, it's a bad day in the Army. The impact on my life, it really did, to be honest with you, it really didn't impact me, because I came in here knowing that anything can happen, and so it was just something like, if we were called to go, well then we gotta go, so it was just understood, you take the good with the bad.
I had just recently joined the military. I was a PFC assigned to Fort Bliss, Texas. When I found out about the actual tragedy, I was on my way to work. I had just left my apartment. I realized we got to the gate and they turned us around. When I got back home, I realized that actually what took place, and I was just shocked. At that time, I had just joined the military, and I had doubts at the point that basically doubts, why is it that I joined the military? And that was just a confirmation to me that I had done the right thing, that I joined the military for a purpose, and I felt, driven to continue my service. It's been 10 years, and I know that I made the right decision.
During September 11, 2001, I was actually currently working. I was actually a full-time student, working at the Toyota dealership, and I was just coming into my shift when the first plane hit the tower. I thought it was just an accident and somebody just ran into the tower. I didn't think most of it until the second plane hit. Once the Pentagon was hit and the fourth plane went down in Pennsylvania, I knew that it was a major event in our history, and from that day on, there was going to be a lot of changes. I was, like I said, I was at school. I was actually doing ROTC when that day happened. My MS1 instructor, he was like, if you feel patriotic about what you do, and if you at the same time you want somebody to help you out, pay for your school, you go ahead and try the Army Reserves. And that's actually how my career started. Once I enlisted, I was actually deployed right away to OIF, and then from there I came in active duty, and that's what I've been doing since. So I would say that event was actually a major part of my life.